All right, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? How you doing? It's your host, Rondell Jordan, aka the Black Swan. You're listening to another BlackSwanTV.org production. And today I have a video I'm going to go over with you. I'm going to do a reaction video as they do on YouTube these days. But I'm going to do it my way. There's a particular happening going on. There's an operation happening to the public in the Western civilization. A change in power, change in authority. Okay. Today I'm going to show you a clip of the Brazilian president Jair Messias Bolsonaro and the leader of the World Health Organization Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus. And after we watch the clip, there's some very important things we need to break down, including their names. If you look at the name of Ghabreyesus, you'll see both the angel Gabriel and the prophet Jesus in that last name. And if you look at his middle name, Adhanom, you will see Adam, you will see Ham, Elohim. You will hear a lot because he is Ethiopian, right? So this is very important when it comes to biblical interpretation, historical relevance, and the relevance of today. All right. So President Jair, actually I should have said Jair Messias Bolsonaro. Jair, I kind of hear the word Jah, right? Like Jehovah, or Jah, like or Ra, like the highest, the most high, right? And then you have his middle name is Messias, right? Which in English translate to Messiah, right? So these are two very important. Brazil is the largest country in South America. Is huge, right? And it was one of the leaders in the slave trade when it comes to the transatlantic trafficking of Africans in the early centuries of the America. And it is a very, very important player outside of the United States when it comes to the Western civilizations. And that's what we're talking about today. So let me get into the video because I don't want it to be too long here. I'm going to narrate the captions, which are in English, so those who cannot see it, they can hear it. All over the world, there are people who need to work to feed themselves. All those measures taken quickly unbalance the economy, says Bolsonaro. The world went through more than a year of lockdowns. If it continues like this, the economy will collapse. I think we don't need more lockdowns, says Ghabreyesus. About the vaccine passports, have the WHO made a decision on its obligation? Not for now. We are not recommending, as the vaccination rate in several countries still low, says Tedros. So access to the vaccine is low and requiring the certificate could be discrimination, says Tedros. In Brazil, many who got the second dose are getting COVID, said Bolsonaro. Tedros replied, the vaccine does not prevent COVID, but it does prevent serious illness and death, says Tedros. Tedros says, this is the purpose. Bolsonaro says, in Brazil, many who got the second dose are dying. Tedros says, as you said, there can be some cases like that, especially those who have comorbidities, says Tedros. Some other conditions or underlying health conditions, says Tedros. Bolsonaro says 80% of the population are asymptomatic. In Brazil, I do not have control over the actions about the pandemic, says President Bolsonaro. Governors and mayors have it by a decision of the judicial power. Decision of the judicial power. And governors and mayors are demanding mandatory vaccination for children. In his words, the WHO does not recommend the vaccine for children, says President Bolsonaro to his people. So we have to make a note in that regard, saying that the WHO does not recommend it. He's saying this to the reporters. If we say anything here about the vaccine, the media starts saying it is fake news, says President Bolsonaro. We are left with our hands tied, says Brazilian President Bolsonaro. The lives of children are at stake, and nothing better than to follow what Adhanom said. This determination of the WHO. What is the origin of the virus, says Bolsonaro. We are still studying it, says Tedros. Look at his laugh. Look at him laugh. Let's look at the reporters, the press laughing. And Bolsonaro says, good answer. Now, what do we have here, ladies and gentlemen? It doesn't get any bigger than this. This is the leader of the World Health Organization being questioned by the most significant leader in the Western Hemisphere. Because, to be honest, our president is incognito. With all respect to anybody who has intellect and understand and can see and use their senses and are not under the spell of the media, which President Bolsonaro mentioned. He said whenever we say something that is contradicting the narrative, whenever we say something against the narrative, it is called fake news. So what he's given us is clues on who's controlling the narrative, the arms of the power structure, the heads, the dragon that has many heads, the beast. You see what I'm saying? There is an operation happening to the public. A change in power, a change in authority over the Western civilizations. And I'm not here to debate whether or not it is right or wrong, good or evil.